everyone.
What's up, guys? How we doing?
Good, Mike.
What's going on?
Coach, we'll start with an opening statement, then we'll take questions.
Yeah, we're halfway through our summer workouts. I've been pleased with our guys. I thought a lot of guys showed up ready to go, and got a lot of new faces, a lot of young guys. But I thought we've had just in a short 3.5 weeks here, we've had some great gains with their bodies and improvement on the court. So as we're building this team and putting it together, I thought guys really showed up ready to go, and we've had some great weeks of work, and it's all about getting better this time of the year, and I think we're doing that. I've been impressed with guys showing up ready to go, and that's what you want.
Mike, you've always been a team chemistry guy. How do you go about building that with so many new faces? Three guys returning and all these new faces, just guys getting to know one another. So.
Well, yeah, so like sort of the whole theme of our summer is build and bond. Let's build our team together and we got a bond. So that's sort of been, spent a lot of time together in the gym, in the weight room, on the track early in the mornings, and then of course when we do have free time and we have time to sit around and communicate with each other and interact with each other, that's how you build a bond that goes beyond the sport we're playing. So it's always been really important to me, and some years it's easier or because people have been around each other. When, like right now for us, we have a lot of new faces, so we're building relationships. It's also fun too, and it's refreshing for a coaching staff too, because you really get to know your guys that you recruited and brought here together. But you also see the returning guys have to go out of their way to build relationships with the new guys. I like that. So I think some of that off the court bonding is carrying over to the court, but it's number one on the list, without a doubt, build and bond.
Mike, do you anticipate adding anyone else to the 12 you currently have?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
And the types of hold-ups that could hold those things up, how long do you expect it to take?
Well, I'm not in charge of all that stuff, or we had I would love to give you an answer, but it's different every day. Responses and how you're going about it is different. It's just what you got to go through. There's protocol and channels of communication that you just got to stay with and continue to just keep moving through. And everybody in the country is dealing with it. We're one of them. Just got to do your work every day and hope you get closer and closer to getting answers and following through with everything.
What type of player would be helpful to add to the group that you have, just in general terms?
Older, bigger, stronger.
One guy that's obviously helping out with that now is Scott. What was it like in your perspective? You told us that Wilt would only be the general manager here at Penn State, so what was it like to be able to reunite with him here?
Yeah, I mean, Coach P knows what I'm about and how I do things and all that stuff, so that it's a smooth, easy transition. And his role is multifaceted. I mean, he's got to do a lot of stuff for us, and the trust factor is there. He knows exactly how I want to go about this and build this. And you're trying to build your program, but you got to build a roster, and everything changes. There's a lot of things out of your control that changes that. But the culture of our program, the culture of work that we want, Scotty knows what that's all about and how I want to do that. So that's been refreshing. I mean, just him here in a very short period has been a great impact, and we've got to just continue to build on it.
You talked a lot about the friendship playing a role in him coming back here. What is it like to now be able to reunite with him? He talked about you coming to play open gyms at Anvil, and you guys.
It was a long time ago, though. Yeah, look, when you do this with people that love the sport like you do, and you build a relationship through basketball that goes well beyond basketball over all those years, we've had a friendship for a long time, but we also got to work together and build a program at Rice together. So we have a lot of special moments, and his family is my family, and vice versa. So the trust factor, you have each other's back, and knowing that you have like my whole staff, and even Taylor Ballard, who just got here this spring, what an unbelievable smooth transition and fit. You want to have a staff that is loyal to each other, that has your back, that has an incredible work ethic, and that balances it all the right way. Scotty P has added that, to our staff with everybody else. And I think that is one of our greatest strengths we have right now in this ever-changing landscape of college athletics. Is we have a staff that does it the right way, creates a culture of work. There's trust and loyalty, and I think that's the most important thing.
We haven't gotten to talk.
Fairly heavy roster right now. Do you anticipate playing smaller than you did last season?
I anticipate playing all different ways, really. But yeah, you never want to be light in handling and shooting, and sometimes that makes you play smaller. But I also do think some of our 3 men are bigger and stronger. Big Ten size-wise, maybe bigger than we've been in the past. That was an emphasis, John. So I think that, we'll at times we'll play like that, but I also think we're going to be bigger and stronger than we have been, and that's huge. That's going to be a big difference. For our wings are going to be Big Ten size and girth, and I think that's important.
It seems like Mingo's always been the alpha on his team, even with some really, really good players around him. How does that transition to the college level when he's stepping into a program?
Yeah, I don't know if you could say alpha. I just think he's a
Team leader,
awesome teammate, and he's the point guard. He gets it. He's an extension of the coaches that he played for. He needs to do that with me, and he already has done a great job of being open to that. And Caden he cares so much about doing things the right way, but also being a really good player and being very competitive. They're characteristics of a good leader. But in all fairness, he's still only been here 3.5 weeks.
right?
And being a freshman, no matter how good of a player you are in the Big Ten at this level, is really, really hard. And it doesn't mean just because you have these characteristics that you're going to have immediate success. You're going to go through some growing pains, but we got to do that together. And I want him to be super aggressive. I want his natural leadership skills to take over. He's a great teammate. He cares about his teammates. He plays that way. He acts that way. And we're going to continue to build on that. But not everything is on him. It's got to be by committee for everybody.
Mike, have you?
Smaller number of guys on the roster right now than you usually use the defensive players.
Yeah.
How does that impact how you handle this?
A lot. Maybe not as long. Reps are different. How we're scrimmaging are different. No, we've been getting after it and we've been going hard. We've been because we have so many young guys, John, we've been putting a lot of emphasis in their bodies in the weight room so we can try to get these guys not to look like freshmen in November. But we're going to do our best that we can. But also, just be really and be intentional on the court of what we're trying to do this summer. We don't have to have everything in today. We want to have a lot in by November 4th. So we just, it's a balancing act all the time. So I wish we had 15 guys and all these extra guys flying around. We don't. We just got to be, we just got to be smart about it and balance it all correctly.
We haven't talked to you much since Yannick got drafted here about a month ago. What was that process like for you to see him start in the G League Combine and then obviously end up as a first-round
Well,
pick?
it's just a lot of fun. You're very proud of your players when they have opportunities at the next level, especially in the NBA, and what their dreams are and their goals are. So I'm really big on tell me what your goal and dream is, and all right, that becomes mine for you. Let's go after it. And Yannick's living it right now. So just really proud of him. The night of the draft, the staff and I were there with him and his family, and just surreal, really cool, proud moment as a coach. But there's so many people involved in his maturation and his success. And the neat thing about Yannick, since the day he got here, it wasn't that too long ago, he was very appreciative of being here. He calls Penn State his home. He was very proud to say he was from Penn State the night of the draft. And even now, I'm hearing from NBA coaches and some scouts, and they're just talking about what they see and what they hear about him and the way he acts and all that stuff. He's representing us the right way. He had a great game last night.
Mike, have you made more of a notion to dip into the international talent pool this year?
Oh yeah, I mean, you just see it in what we're doing. Yeah, we got to go everywhere, near and far, to find players that fit what we're trying to do and that are gettable. That's just the name of the game. And so if that means we got to go scour the whole world, so be it. And we've done that. And you know what's fortunate, we're very fortunate with the staff we have. These guys have been around, and they also have a lot of international contacts and experience from their playing days, as well as, you know, Jamal and I, you know, coaching long enough and recruiting international, having foreign players on our team from different places we've been. Those connections and that has been huge for us to get some good players this year. And yeah, you know, the biggest thing nowadays is you got to fill your players with you got to acquire enough of talent that you can go get and be able to get them. And that's one thing the guys you would love to have, but the guys that you can get here on campus, you know, you got to go wherever we have to go to get them.
What are you looking forward to getting those freshmen here in the building this summer?
Well, you know, I love to just get everybody here and have a full team. So but you know, we're not the only team in that boat in the country. When the rest of when we get our full roster here, we'll get here and we'll get to work. And so I can only control what I can control today. That's, you know, having these guys ready to have a great day and continue to stack days and get better and better. And then when we get that full roster, that's going to be my same mentality. The team we were a month ago when we got here, we're just so much better. Individuals are better. There's multiple guys that got bigger and stronger in just 3.5 weeks. It's all about stacking days in the summer and getting better and better.
This is our first time talking to you since you added Sasha and Melly.
Yep.
What attracted you to them in terms of player acquisition, and how would you anticipate them fitting?
Yeah, well, getting Sasha was trying to get an older big man because we have freshman bigs, and getting an older big man, a little vet, you know, a little savvy to him. And somebody that could move and have some versatility, and so that was important. You know, Melly is a very talented guard that can play multiple guard positions. The versatility part, dribble, shoot, pass at a high level, good length that could press and play multiple positions. That was really important too. So both of those guys will make us better, and we needed them. Getting us out there in front of people to fundraise, building our system to be able to, as we move forward in the landscape of rev share, NIL, the roar, all that stuff, putting that all together that we could balance that and be in charge of that and make it better all the time. So me and our staff can coach basketball and recruit. And the biggest thing is you don't want things to take you away from keeping the main thing. Scott's here to make sure we can continue to do the main thing.
I apologize. It's stupid. Are there practical communication challenges when you have that many different internationals?
Oh yeah, especially when you're from Schuylkill County and you have this accent, and the guys look at you like, "What did he just say?" But I've really enjoyed it because it's on me and our staff to make sure our guys clearly understand what we're trying to teach them. So it's been refreshing for me in a way that when I'm talking about ball screen defense to Yvonne and I'm getting excited, I'm speaking too fast, it's not what I'm saying and throwing out there, it's what he's understanding and clearly understanding it so he can apply it on the court and have success. So it's been great for me and our staff to continue to check each other and reiterate to each other that, you know, teaching is not just, I'm going to give these guys all these terms and this example. It's making sure they have a clear understanding of what we're trying to do at Penn State and then applying it on the court and doing it successfully. that's real teaching. It's sort of, that's been refreshing for me because I'm checking myself a lot. Because it's not what I know or what I say, it's what they know and they apply it. So yeah, without a doubt, and we'll get some other guys here too. It's gonna, you know, I'm not gonna learn other languages, but I'm really curious how other people are learning, how our foreign players are understanding the English language, the slang, my Schuylkill County accent. Like it's on me to make sure these guys understand it. So yeah, there's definitely been a learning curve that way, but it's been really cool too, because I have to check myself and make sure I'm doing it right by them.
Thanks, Mike.
Good. All right, guys. Thanks.
July and